Here's 3 tips for Iron Man that'll help you rank up all the way to eternity. So this is the crosshair I use for Iron Man. I mainly use this one because it lines up really well with his beam attack and also the splash damage on his primary. If you do want to give this one a go for yourself, I'll throw the settings up on screen now and I'll also leave the crosshair code in the video description. One other setting I'd highly recommend changing to is the descend keybind. I personally have this on mouse button, but go with something that feels comfortable to you. As he's a flying hero, you can use this to juke walls and corners better and be much less predictable with your movement. Next, let's talk about how to do the most DPS on Iron Man and his playstyle. The secret sauce for me is to constantly play for your ultimate, as this is one of the highest damage ults in the game and probably one of the best all round if used properly. So with this in mind, you constantly want to be putting out your primaries and using that splash damage to farm ult charge. When you go into its overdrive mode, look how fast I can build up my ult even at a distance. Then with regards to his beam, I'll use this if the fight is more close range and I think I can melt someone down. Again, in the overdrive mode, it does significantly more damage, so you can always go into cover, pop this, and then try to get a pick. This leads perfectly onto my final tip, and that's how to actually use his ultimate. I used to do this technique on him when the game first came out and had so much success doing it, but you'd be surprised at how many people still don't anticipate this move. And what I do is use my shift ability to get into a spot where the enemy won't see me, and from here try and wait for enemies to pour out of a choke onto say an objective, and I'll ult from behind them like this. If you are trying this though and the enemy team is onto you, I'd say try and use this ult to counter a support ult such as Cloak and Dagger or Luna. By the way, I'm posting tips like this for every hero in the game, so make sure you are following to not miss out on any of them.